This right here is a super easy Enderman XP farm which will give you over 30 levels per minute and hundreds of ender pearls too. It's very easy to build with only basic materials, and it works in Minecraft Java as well as Bedrock. Here's all the materials you need to build it, and now let's jump right into it. Now, first of all, this farm needs to be built in the end, which means of course you gotta find an end portal first and take out the Ender Dragon. Once that's done, the first thing we want to do is go to the edge of the end platform and make our way down all the way to Y level 1. This is where we will build the farm. The best way to do this is to place down a bucket of lava at the edge of the end platform and then wait a couple of seconds until it has flown all the way to the bottom. Then we put our water bucket down right next to it, and that will then create a waterfall that turns the lava into a pillar of cobblestone. Now, in most other guides that I've seen, it is then recommended to jump into the water and let yourself be transported down. But I personally think this is pretty dangerous, because if you only make one mistake, you will fall down into the void. Instead, what I would recommend is just take a pickaxe and crack away at the tower until you're down to the very bottom block. You can then place a block to the side and build a tower of scaffolding that you can use in the future to go up and down to the farm safely. And as always, if you could leave a quick like for the video, that would really help me with the YouTube algorithm, so cheers so much for your support. But okay, now that we're at Y level 1, the next thing we want to do is get 128 blocks away from the end platform so that no Enderman can spawn there anymore. To do that, we use leave blocks because Enderman can't spawn on them, and in order to get the right distance, you can either just bring 2 stacks and use all of them up, or you set your render distance to 8 chunks and build yourself a way until you can't see the end platform anymore. Now, what we want to do is build a base platform to stand on, also made of leaf blocks, and this one needs to be at least 4 blocks wide. I usually make it just 4 by 6. Now, it's time to build our loot collection system by placing down a double chest like I do here, and then 4 hoppers all pointing into it. On top of the hoppers, you want to then place down carpets to make sure that no XP will get stuck in them. With this being done, it's now time to make our drop chamber in which the Enderman will later fall so we can farm them. So, around the hoppers, build a 2-block high wall, and on the side where we're standing, you want to build it up by 1 more block and place down 2 slabs like this so we can later hit the Enderman through the gap. Next, it's time to build a fall tower, and the way we do this is very simple. We place down 2 temporary blocks on top of this, and on top of those temporary blocks, we want to build another ring of leaves. You're then going to repeat this process until you have a total of 12 leaf rings. Lastly, on the top leaf ring, we want to build another 2 temporary blocks and finish the whole thing with a ring of solid building blocks on top. I personally use smooth stone, but you can literally use anything else. Next, it is time to make our spawn platform for the Enderman. Technically, you can make it pretty much as big as you want. Enderman can see up to 64 blocks wide, but of course, if you make it too big, then the rates are going to be slower. So, my personal recommendation would be to build out 10 blocks in every direction from the spawn tower that we just made. Then fill up the gaps on the side, and now we have our spawning platform for the Enderman. Just be careful about one thing, and that is, while you're building the platform, the first Enderman will likely already spawn, and it can get pretty messy if they attack you, so take care and don't look them in the eye. Lastly, once the platform is done, we want to place down 4 trapdoors over the fall pit that we just made so that the Enderman will later be able to fall into it. And just by the way, if you want to see more great Minecraft guides with easy step-by-step explanation, then you might want to think about maybe leaving the channel a sub, because there's so much more to come here. Welcome to the crew! Now, as a final step, we of course need to make sure that the Endermen actually walk into this hole. So, this is how we do it. Over the hole, place down 3 temporary blocks and then an iron fence on top of that. On top of the iron fence, you now want to make a little container out of temporary blocks like I do right here, which is 2 blocks wide with a 2-block high wall around it. You then have 1 block that is right over the iron fence and 1 block on the side. On this side block, you're now going to put down a rail with a minecart set on it. On the other block, the one that is right over the iron fence, we now want to try to spawn an endermite. The way we do this is we use ender pearls to teleport onto this block, and every time we do this, there is a certain chance that an endermite will be spawned. Now, To be fair, this step can be a little bit tricky and probably gonna take a little bit of damage doing this, so definitely make sure to wear good armor and also bring some healing items like potions or maybe golden apples. Just one very important thing to keep in mind, I don't think anyone has ever spoken about this. Your armor set should not have a Thorns enchantment on it, because that can actually end up killing the Endermite. Once you finally manage to spawn the Endermite, you want to place the name tag on it to make sure it doesn't despawn after 2 minutes, and then push the minecart over the Endermite so the Endermite gets into the minecart and the minecart ends up on that block that is over the iron fence. Now, all you gotta do is delete all the temporary blocks that we just made, which will lead to the minecart falling onto the iron fence where the Enderman can see it, and then they will try to attack the Endermite, which will draw them right into the hole in the middle. They then fall down into the pit that we build, take a whole bunch of fall damage, and we at the bottom can just take them out with one sweep of our sword. Quick tip here, if you want to get even more ender pearls out of it, then use a sword with looting 3 enchantment. But if you rather want to get your XP in the overworld, then you gotta check out my super OP mob XP farm right here. See you next time, and until then, craft well.